Steve, we're back. It's Wyatt Stone. Hi,
Oh my
Wyatt.
God.
Did you unmute your microphone?
Yeah, I have my microphone muted.
There
Sorry.
it is.
Thanks for
I
having
knew
me,
it.
though.
Of course, we are super
Yeah.
excited to have you. You are just kind of crashing onto the pickleball scene this year, and I know you're kind of making the rounds. Why don't, for everyone that kind of doesn't know you, how old are you?
I'm 14, actually.
14. Ugh,
Yeah.
ugh,
But
Yeah.
he but
gosh.
he's got the maturity level of a 25-year-old. He's a very
Which
mature
doesn't say
14-year-old.
much, Steve, which doesn't
Yeah,
say much, let's
Thank you,
be
Steve.
honest.
you're welcome.
But Wyatt, super cool to have you on. You really have just sort of started pickleball in the last year or so, really ish. So
Yeah.
kind of, why don't you tell
Yeah.
everybody sort of when you started, how you got started playing, and kind of how you started playing pickleball?
So I started a little under a year and a half ago, and we started at our rec center that just recently opened up. And yeah, we decided we wanted to go to a tournament, and we were just like kind of thinking, me and my mom just thinking that it was kind of an old person sport still.
Yep.
And we showed up and we got connected with Scott Golden and all these really good pros. And then basically Scott Moore came up to me and asked me if I wanted to take lessons from Matt Laz, which is now my mentor and coach. And it's just been taken off since then. I've done 20 tournaments and got 25 medals this year. So it's just been a really cool experience.
Very impressive. And I know have you played any other sports growing up? Are you playing anything else?
I played basketball, football, lacrosse, all the traditional sports pretty much. Never racket sports. So,
Nice. I am also a
yeah.
lacrosse player. Lax.
Oh,
Woo, love it.
good.
So Steve, Wyatt clearly has more medals than you'll ever hope to win. So, I mean, how do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, look, I'm fine with that. I hope the dude wins 20 times more and does awesome. I had the privilege of meeting Wyatt at Horseshoe Bay. I did a clinic there
Yeah.
with Matt Laz, and all I can say is, we're talking about the most respectful, well-mannered 14-year-old that anyone could ever want. And I had long discussions with his mom, and his mom Ashley says she feels like a soccer mom, but she's doing that pickleball. She drives him around. She waits, she drives. So she's traveling full time with this young man, and the dude's just an awesome ambassador for
Thank you.
14-year-olds, 18, for the teenage crowd in pickleball. So, I mean, for Wyatt, I mean, I only hope you the best. You're a great young man. Your parents are awesome, and
Yeah.
you're going to do great things in the pickleball world. I hope you were watching our prior segment.
I
Do you
was.
kind of like want to use Kyle Yates as kind of like your role model, somebody you'd like to play or play as well as?
Yeah, I kind of like to say I model my game a little bit after him. His strokes are just so clean and smooth, and just has such a good understanding of the game and just how it's supposed to be played properly. So
Yeah, but just don't
he's
get a
really
big head
good
like
there.
Kyle, okay? But play like him.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Good
Good try.
warning, Steve. So
Yeah.
Wyatt, you mentioned, Steve, of course, mentioned, you're involved in a lot of different stuff in the pickleball world, which is awesome. You recently just got sponsored by Onyx, which is really
Mhm.
cool. So that's awesome. You
Yeah.
are involved with the USAPA. You are their National Junior Social Media Coordinator, which is pretty
Yes.
cool. The USAPA, shout out to them. They are
Uh-huh.
sponsoring the tour. We're all USAPA certified, all
Yeah.
that good stuff, which is
Love.
fantastic. And then, you are heavily involved with Pickleball Rocks, the clothing company,
Yes.
which is really cool. We know those guys love them. Um, and like a certified coach, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah. So Matt Laz got me to ITPP or IPTPA level 2 certified, and he is IPTPA Master Teacher Pro, I think, if I got that
A
right.
lot of letters, a
Yeah.
lot of levels. It
Yeah.
gets confusing.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Lauren.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, that's
But
super cool. What about what about Onyx? Did you like sort of playing with them? What paddle do you use with Onyx? Kind of what's
I
your,
used the premiere for Onyx, and that paddle's so nice. It's like a self-driving car. It's really a great paddle. Everyone on their team, Byron Fresso, everyone, Lucy Kovalova and Matt Wright, all of them are just such great people, and they're really good ambassadors for pickleball and the Onyx brand and everything.
Definitely.
So,
Go ahead.
so Wyatt, what are your plans for like future tournaments? How many events on the APP tour will you be playing?
I'm going to be playing Chicago, Indianapolis, Atlanta, and Nashville.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, really good. Do you have partners already?
Yeah, Matthew Pace, I'm going to be playing in most of those with him, so that'll be pretty fun.
Are you going to be playing like junior events? Or are you going to play into the Open Pros, or what division?
We're going to play in like 4 or 5 men's and maybe try 5-0 or something like that. But yeah.
And TOC
and juniors.
Yeah, TOC just added a juniors division this year for the first time, which is awesome.
Really?
Yeah,
I'll have to check that out.
TOC, big shout out to them. They're one of our big stops on the tour. So definitely check out TOC. I know they added a junior division.
I'm also going to that one.
Great. Yes.
Everyone,
TOC,
there. And so then you're going to have to come see us in Punta Gorda for the Masters, the APP Masters. So you got to do well and qualify and get down here and see me and Kyle.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome. Yes. What are I know you sort of are fairly new still, but you're already rocking that 4-5, 5-0 level. You're sponsored now. So for 2020, I'm sure you got a lot of tournaments on the books. Do you have any goals for this year? Like what are your goals for this year? What do you want to accomplish sort of in your pickleball game this year?
Just like last year, just going as many tournaments and drilling and playing at home and getting as many reps as I can just to get better and teaching with just other teachers. Like I went down to Simone Jardine's place in Florida. Mm-hmm. And I taught with her and she taught me a little bit. We did some videos on YouTube. So.
Yeah, we saw that. You got to be in one with Joey, right?
Yeah.
Very cool. Yes, everyone needs to check that one out.
Another one came out today, actually.
That you're in too?
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
There's 3 of them, so.
You're going to be just like Jigsaw, all over the place, everywhere. No one can escape it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is very cool. And so do you really... What do you like about playing tournaments? What is it about tournaments that you really like?
Just the competitiveness and getting to know everyone on like Messenger and everything, and then meeting them in real life is just like they're all so nice, and it's off the court, it's like family, and then on the court, it's like competition and have fun. But that's mainly what I enjoy about it.
Awesome. Yes, it's so true. Pickleball is sort of a sport in and of itself where everybody's friends, and then you play against each other, and then you laugh about it after, and everybody's cool. So that's really fun. So yeah, definitely right. There's going to be some, like, are there any pros that you haven't met yet that you really want to meet, or have you pretty much made the rounds now?
I've pretty much made the rounds now, yeah.
You're like, you got all the
there might be a couple that I
just,
there might be like a couple that I can't remember right now, but
yes,
I've met most of them. Yeah.
So Wyatt, with your busy schedule, are you homeschooled or do you go to traditional school?
I'm homeschooled. So when we have like 1.5-hour drives or whatever to go play pickleball, I'll do school in the car and just pretty much whenever I can afterwards after I'm done with pickleball or beforehand.
So are you so you're homeschooled and do you play any other sports, or is pickleball like your main emphasis and you're all in?
Steve, pickleball is taking over for sure.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Yes.
So
remember,
pickleball's...
he doesn't play racket sports, but he played baseball, lacrosse, all the usual ones.
Then no wonder he's good at pickleball, because those are all sports that translate really well into what we do.
Eye coordination, all that good stuff.
Absolutely, yes.
Definitely. Do you have kind of obviously you want to get to that pro level, I assume, kind of get up there at that high elite level. Is that what you're working towards right now?
Yeah, definitely. That's pretty much not the end goal, but that's one of my main goals that I really want to accomplish
Awesome.
as soon as I can.
Nice.
So with you being 14 years old, and when you go to these tournaments, are you hanging out with Anna Lee and all the other, young junior players?
Yeah, that's what was really fun about nationals, actually. Just going to meet all the juniors, because I've only met like a handful of juniors, but there was a ton just hanging out down there and getting a whole bunch of games in and stuff.
That's the coolest part, is this sort of junior scene is kind of coming into its own now.
Just breaking out.
Yeah, you're just like on the ground floor, getting in there, kind of helping it grow, which is really cool to kind of see all these tournaments adding junior divisions, seeing more junior players playing up in the regular divisions, with all the adults. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so we're super excited to have you playing on so many APP tour stops. We're super excited to see you play. Hopefully everybody comes out, watch all these awesome juniors that are getting into the sport. And thank you so much for coming on. It was a great talk.
Thank you so much.
Having you.
Yeah.
Check out his videos, check out the Facebook page, all that good stuff. And I know you got a lot of people sort of connected in the pickleball world that are rooting you on and saying great things. So we're really excited to see what this year has for you.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Hey, keep being a great kid and be good to your mother, Ashley.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
Make sure and be nice to Mom.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. And Steve, always a pleasure, sir. And we'll see you next time, I guess.
Thank you.
I can't. Steve, did you mute yourself? We can't hear Steve. Steve. It's always something. Nope, we can't hear you. You're gone, Steve. We lost you. You're gone. He says bye, everybody. Big shout out to Kyle Salenko for putting together that awesome promo video of Sarah Ansbury. We'll see you guys in Hilton Head. Until next week. Bye.